Welcome to the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living here in beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. And special welcome to all the fathers this morning and all those who father, whether you're a father or not. Fathers are not gender specific, okay? So welcome to everyone. Please join me in an opening affirmative prayer. Today is a special day, particularly because today is the day we honor the Father in each of us, the Father who has nurtured us, who has grown us, who has shaped us into the persons that we are today. Our Father, as we pray, is in the heaven of our hearts and is even now, whether present on this plane or not, is even now guarding us and guiding us, supporting us, and making sure that wherever we are and whatever we do, we are always the best that we can be, boundless, unstoppable, confident, and sure. So I know that this morning's service unfolds in absolutely right and perfect ways that honor the Father presence within each one of us. For this I truly give thanks as I release these words into that perfect law, accepting that everything is exactly as it should be, so that all the words, all the music, all the ideas, all the hearts are open and receptive. Giving thanks that all this is now so, and so it is. Now, can we do our affirmation of divine love? Together. Divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is now victorious, and so it is. And now for our chant. It's sort of new, but we've done it before, so it's not so new. Soon. We let the Lord it is. And with that thought, let us just go into a few moments of silence and let the love of Father, wash over us. Take a deep breath and welcome back. And in that space, let us do our prayer of our center. Together. Stand, please. The Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God, and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever. And so it is. Please sit. I am inviting the young people, the youth, the children, the young at heart, please to come forward for your blessing. And I know we have some young people in here, so forward. And Reverend Michele is lighting the candle for the youth. Come, let us say the blessing. We light this candle.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl. I light this candle
I light this candle
on behalf of all the youth in the world.
on behalf of all the youth in the world.
Let us behold Christ in them.
Let us behold the Christ in them.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. Now let us say the blessing of the youth. We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. We see you as shining lights unto your world. God is blessing you now. And so it is. And now for our mission song. I don't know how you can sit down and sing this. Come get some energy going. Get up.
Fired up and ready to go.
That's right. Now you can sit. And it is my pleasure to bring you some reminders for today. And before I do that, if anyone has come in after our initial greeting, let me welcome you to the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living. And also to our online guests, welcome. Glad you have chosen to be here this morning. Here are our reminders for today. Today is Sunday, June the 16th, and this is Father's Day. That's 2024, in case you didn't know. Coming up on Tuesday at 6 p.m. will be our usual Spiritual Mind Healing Service. And this Tuesday, I, Carol Campbell, will be your presenter. And I'll be presenting Channeling Badass Esther. Okay. How many of you know the story of Esther in the Bible? Okay. How many of you know about any other woman who have her own book in the Bible? Huh? So she must be something special, right? So we're going to come, you're going to come and join me and find out what it was that made Esther so special and what it is that we have, because we have the same stuff that made her so special that we can use. So join me on Tuesday, find out how you're going to channel Badass Esther. The link is on YouTube and Zoom, and if you're not on our mailing list, you might not get the link. So get on the mailing list. We also have some classes, online classes. First, Consciousness and the Creative Process. This has already begun. This is facilitated by Reverend Sonia Davidson and practitioners Steve Golding and Vance Gardner. Now, this is a CSL accredited class, which means that you get to use the credits from this class towards practitioners' practices that you may want to undertake or ministerial services. You can register for that class online, even though it has started. I don't think you're allowed to miss more than 3. So if you want to take the class, register now. If you don't want to do it as an accredited class, you can still register. Reverend Michele is also facilitating a 4-week book study titled The Power of TED. And if you don't know what TED means, it is the empowerment dynamic. So this has already started as well. It started last Thursday. Come and learn to be a creator in your life experiences. That's the empowerment dynamic. Register early. Class time is 11:30 a.m. on Thursdays. Like I said, it started last week, and there was almost a full class. Prayer support is also available. Reverend Michele will do prayer with people who so desire. Send your prayer requests to prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. These go directly to Reverend Michele. With our prayer services, after service today, practitioner Vance Gardner, okay, coming up. We're still on prayer, okay? Vance Gardner is available to pray with you after service, immediately following our service today, in person or online. You can call 876-289-0907 if you would like some prayer support. Now, our anniversary is coming up. Sunday, July the 7th, we celebrate a tremendous milestone, 43 years. Can you believe that? 43 years. That's before Simone was born. You know that? And guess who our guest speaker will be? I wonder. Our own beloved Reverend John will be guest speaker at our anniversary service. Reverend Michele will be hosting that service that morning, so you're going to get a 2-for-1 special. And please remember, as we celebrate, we share our bounty. We're asking you to bring in food stuff, toiletries, that kind of stuff, so that we share it with charities with which we are involved, such as Missionaries of the Poor, Young Women's Christian Association, and the National Children's Home. So that is July the 7th. Put that in your calendar and make a plan, okay? Now, we don't stop there for 43 years of service. We're having a fun day. July 13th, which is the week after July the 7th, we're going to be having a family fun day at Trident Castle and Frenchman's Cove. Now, the cost for this is $8,700 for adults and $7,600 for children. This includes transportation, lunch, and entrance fee to Trident Castle, and have a fabulous day on the beach. You can also rent beach chairs if you so desire. Bring a towel. Only thing is, you need to make your commitment by Sunday the 30th. And you also need to be paid up by July the 7th. Because remember, this trip is the 13th. Who is planning to go? We need more than, oh no. We have 2 buses, okay. So, looking forward to seeing as many of you there as can possibly do. You know, people have been saying, oh, we need to have more fun. Well, what's this? See it there now? More fun. Speaking about support, when you have your fun, grief support and counseling are also available here at the temple. Please call 876-927-6145. We have Reverend Michele as a grief counselor, and we also have practitioner Jennifer Livingston, who is also now qualified as a grief counselor. So take advantage of the services. Speaking of services that we offer, on Saturday, the 22nd of June, Zari Saunders, a practicing attorney, will be offering legal advice for free here at the temple from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. So if you have a legal question, come, she will try and answer it for you. So that's Saturday, June 22nd. We have a special birthday today. I understand that Michele Lorraine, who is here, is celebrating a birthday today. So, happy birthday, Michele. To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michele. Happy birthday to you. And many more. And Valerie Brown's birthday is today as well. Where is she? Having birthday? She's celebrating. She's celebrating. And while we celebrate, if you wish to support our ministry financially, kindly visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org. And that has all our banking details. You know, this is how we do the work that we do. And the work that we do is to be a light. That's why we named the Temple of Light. We are a light to the world, bringing everybody into that space of consciousness where you recognize that you individually are a light. So can you imagine if all of us thought of ourselves as light? The community consciousness that would engage. Oh no, I have to put on dark glasses. Anyway, thank you so much, as together we support a world that works for everyone. Thank you so much. So now we can go into our first hymn selection, God of Drama. Please stand. Be seated. Now, y'all know that our theme for this month is Holy Boldness. And this morning, our own Reverend Michele Synegal will be bringing you Unbounded and Unstoppable. That's how it is when you're bold and holy. Please welcome her.
Y'all to get too happy. Yes, we are unstoppable. We are on the move. I was so happy that this was my subject for today because it's a lot of fun. I was real creative to you all, not so much in the talk, but I created a little spoken word gift for you all. So that will come at the very end. So what are we talking about today? When we know our divine connection with the Spirit, we can realize the truth of who we are. So today, as we seek to move from that place of limited potential to unlimited potential, we operate from holy boldness and know no bounds, no red lights, because there are no limits in spirit. So life invites us to live with gusto and verve. The only thing holding us back is ourselves. And, maybe some perceptions of obstacles. Nanny of the Maroons could make a way out of her extreme circumstances and experiences, so can we, yes? Our attitude, our outlook, our willingness, perseverance, persistence, and resilience are crucial. There's a sacred knowing that is deep within us. that always supports and always guides us, combined with courage, tenacity, and keen inner listening. This innate knowing will deliver us and through every situation. And as we work in partnership with the divine, all things are truly possible, especially the seemingly impossible. If we believe something so deeply and we decide to pursue it, we may feel a sense of freedom. Yesterday, I spent time with a few wonderful evolutionary leaders, and we talked about the relationship between personal accountability and personal freedom. And so what that means is when we are accountable to ourselves, when we are in integrity with our dreams, our values, our hopes, and our aspirations, we do experience a certain kind of freedom. And that's what we're all about here. We sing about it every Sunday. Liberate, just another way of saying being free. Being free from what? Discord of every nature, so that you can experience life more fully. So there are no limits, there are no barriers that can stop us. We feel like there's nothing that can hold us back when we are fortified with spirit, when we are in partnership with God. When we feel this way, we feel irrepressible and unrestrained, liberated and lifted, and ready to take on anything. Why? Because we have the faith of God. We also have strength, we have the truth, we have unlimited potential, and we have the infinite, the boundless, the all-powerful, all-knowingness right where we are, deep inside us. So I'm going to address three key concepts, the first one being freedom and liberty, the next one being clearing away the perception of obstacles, and then confidence and courage. So in exploring the concept of being unbounded and unstoppable in our spiritual journey, we are called to embrace our divine courage and to step into the fullness of our potential, knowing that we are always supported by an infinite power. It's ours to use if we choose. Personal freedom is a divine quality in God. It represents free will. It represents choice, independent expression, creativity. Full freedom means that there's no outer or inner restraints. Often we think of freedom from external limitations based on environment and governments and others' actions. However, there can also be internal limitations within us. They call those the psychological chains of slavery. What are we slaves to? Might be slaves to fear. Might be slaves to poverty. And they always say, if you free your mind, then something will follow. The rest of you, the entirety of you will follow. Our spiritual practices can support us in realizing where there is no inner bondage that we have placed on ourselves or allowed others to impose on us. The inner chambers of bondage can be more restricting than any external influence, as they can be either conscious, unconscious, or subconscious, so deep in our unawareness that we don't know that they are driving our behaviors. We can then build resilience and excitement for life when we align with the all-powerful source that is back of all life. That's why we term ourselves co-creators with the Creator, with the One. And we have that power available to us, you all. But the question is, do we use it? Do you know how to access it? It's forever around you, yours for the taking. But you have to know that. And you have to know that with every cell and sinew of your being in order to leverage it and to use it for your highest good. When we can develop a sense of being, we are unstoppable in realizing our dreams and our visions. We know that there are no limits in God, only those we impose on ourselves or only those that we perceive. We can eradicate any hidden or limiting beliefs that prevent us from achieving our heart's desires. But when we fully realize that we are whole, that we are perfect, that we are complete, not only in the mind of God, but we are. That is the essence of our being. Then, and only then, can we accept the truth for and about ourselves. We then become unbounded and unstoppable. Freedom and liberty. When the soul knows freedom, the law will free the body, and the outer life will express health, happiness, and success. Page 485, Science of Mind textbook. Many cultures, even this one, celebrate some sort of Independence Day. It's coming up this summer, is it not? Mm-hmm. And what is the independence from? It's independence from struggle, independence from control, from domination. It's a day of reckoning, a day of self-reliance, community strengthening, or perhaps even sovereignty. It is a reclamation of truth and making things right, just, and equitable. And as we proclaim being unbounded and unstoppable, it is a time to have our own personal, not just Jamaica, but Michele, Synegal Independence Day. Your Independence Day, whereby you are free. You are free to be who you are, to fully express every aspect of your being, to utilize every God-given gift that you were blessed with. Do you choose freedom? For you to ponder. Do you choose emancipation? For you to ponder. Because of course, with that comes responsibility. And what is that responsibility? Stepping up and stepping out. Doing the work that is necessary to bring to fruition that which you say you want. So, clearing away the ideas, the perceptions of obstacles. Sometimes we perceive that things are holding us back, that are keeping us from stepping into our greatness. However, if we shift our perspective, we realize that the perception is only true if we allow it to be. That will change the entire dynamic if we shift our mindset and say, I take dominion, over my life. I take dominion. So what do? You ignite the empowerment dynamic. Sometimes we may give something more credence than it deserves. You know what I'm talking about? When we catastrophize, when we blow situations out of perspective. However, with the right perspective, we can manage those situations and circumstances. We can step up to them and deal with them as they present themselves because we are equipped. We have the very power of the entire universe supporting us. So we can stare those situations, conditions, and circumstances in the face and say, come on, I'm ready. I am ready. Whatever life throws my way, I am ready. So until we are able to do that, until we are able to make that shift, we may have dreams deferred for a lifetime. However, we must be willing to see, we must be willing to name the obstacles, the perceived obstacles, so that we can disempower them. Sometimes just naming them. Oh, I'm afraid of so-and-so. And then your brain says, well, why? That's nothing to be afraid of, especially when you are aligned with spirit, you're mighty, mighty army. So why are you afraid? So sometimes we just need to name what it is that we perceive is holding us back so we can disempower it. Then we must be willing to shift the script, change the narrative, tell new stories. Sometimes we get stuck in those stories of misery and we stay there way, way too long. Then, and only then, when we call it out, when we name it, when we disempower the obstacles, can we become unstoppable in magnetizing our good, in amplifying our good, and demonstrating the best of everything that life has to offer. Confidence, conviction, and numerous passages in the Bible that speak to the essence of boldness and faith. In Joshua 1:9 in particular, we are reminded, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you everywhere you go. This verse encourages us to move forward boldly, trusting the presence of divine guidance in every step that we take. And to embody holy boldness, and that is the theme for the entire month, we must acknowledge our inherent connection to the source and act from a place of deep spiritual conviction. It is about transcending limitations, embracing limitless opportunities, saying yes when opportunities are presented us. Don't question. Say yes. Just saying yes empowers you. What I know is that we live in a sea of infinite possibility and potentiality. We're swimming in it, and maybe that's why we don't realize what's available to us. So wake up and be reminded that there is opportunity forever offering itself. But are you saying yes? Are you accepting it? Are you embracing it? That is the question. So, when we don't know or when we don't understand how to bring these dreams to fruition, there's a knowingness that knows. We don't have to know. We have this saying at my old spiritual community, and it's referred to as God how. People say, how are you going to do that? God how. Enough said. God how. Enough said. You don't have to figure it out. And when we have full trust in the intuitive sense and in ourselves to know that what is true and that truth is true, we can act because we hear and we answer the call. That doesn't mean that we won't have to make adjustments along the way or have to regroup or take a pause, because that's going to happen too. Life is always showing up in different ways. However, we stay the course. We stay the course because we know what it is that we want to do and accomplish and experience in our lives. And sometimes, stepping into our uniqueness, doing what it is we feel called to do, may not be popular with other people. Oh well. With conviction and confidence, move boldly and move forward, because you don't want to be anybody else. They're already taken. You need to be your own unique self. So follow your dreams, follow the whisperings of spirit, answer the call that only you can hear and resonate with, because it's yours to do. And so as you reflect on this monthly theme of holy boldness, I invite you to consider how you can apply it to your own life. Is there something that you've wanted to do that you are hesitant about? Is there a dream that you have been deferring year after year after year? Now is the time to embrace courage, that courage within you, so that you can take inspired action. What that means is you're not alone. Take inspired action. So in summary, to feel unbounded, we must free ourselves of restraint and unlimited ability to move and to act. To feel unstoppable, we must free ourselves of obstacles and boundaries that we self-impose, because they hold us back. To move boldly through life in a sacred manner, we must feel a divine connection to the sense of freedom that is a divine quality of the Most High, and it resides within us. This requires empowerment, conviction, commitment, and the ability to govern from an inner place of strength, faith, and truth. We must examine our own hidden beliefs and perceptions that can be our biggest obstacles, as well as those that others may impose. Our spiritual practices inform us of the courses of action that we should take to resolve issues, to dispel myths, and to tell our true story. This pathway leads to being unstoppable in God and having an unbounded freedom to express fully and completely just as we are and just as we were meant to be. So we walk with holy boldness, emblazoned from within, shining our inner light brightly for all to witness and to behold. So here's the call to action. In the next 30 days, I encourage you to commit to a service or a practice that will expand your boundaries. You could do it here at the Temple of Light. Lots of opportunity here. Volunteering for a cause that you deeply care about, or starting a spiritual practice that stretches you beyond your comfort zone. Let this be a catalyst for your personal growth and your spiritual evolution. Ernest Holmes teaches us that the law of mind is always operating upon our thought and is forever reproducing itself in form. This underscores the importance of cultivating bold and expansive thoughts, knowing we are co-creators of our own destiny. But we're not walking alone. We're walking with the divine. And if you see no footprints in the stand, that's because God is carrying you. So affirm with me, I am unbounded. I am unstoppable. With holy boldness, I step into my divine purpose. And so just breathe that in for a moment, you all. And may this affirmation resonate with each of you as you continue your spiritual journey. I thank you in advance, beloved community, for your presence and commitment, for living boldly and authentically. And so, to reinforce the message, little piece I penned, it's very, very green. I just did it last night, you all, so bear with me. Unbounded and unstoppable. No limits, no boundaries. Increase all around me. Step forth, break forth, release me. Enlarge my territory. These words were written and sung by Israel Houghton. They have a new meaning for me today. Take heed. What does it mean to be unbounded, having or appearing to have no limits, no boundaries, to be hold and bold, no boundaries, of a person, action, or idea, showing ability to take risk, confident and competent. I'm bold, limitless, courageous, learning to be my highest and most powerful self. I have stealth, wealth of wisdom, limitless, timeless, ageless, bestowed by the sages, consumed in my life stages. I am bold, no limits, no steps, no bounds. I release all that adversely affects my consciousness. Why not let go of all that does not serve us? Raise your awareness beyond recitation of scripture and verses, cursing the melodies that simply beseech. The qualities I seek motivate and empower me, and they help me move my feet. My temperature's rising. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. You feel my heat? Enthusiasm climbing, I'm bold. My growth knows no bounds. I won't stop, can't stop, must not stop. I'm bold. My spirit self is riding high beyond the blue mountains of the Jamaican skies, where my thoughts take flight above the clouds and they run deep into the indigo seas. Like the infinity pools appearing to have no end, I'm bold. With God, I'm unstoppable. No limits, no boundaries. Increase, step forward, step up, break free. Fear, release me. Life, enlarge me. I'm bold, unbounded, courageous, and free to dream the impossible dream and to reach the unreachable star. And so it is. Amen.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am feeling unstoppable right now. I hope you, well, I don't hope, I know you are too. Thank you, Reverend Michele. That was inspirational and inspired. And now for our musical item. We have a special musical item this morning. And this will be Clive and Friends. So we need all the mics.
Maestro.
Impossible dream to fight the unbearable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go.
Thank you, Clive, and Michele, and Carol, and Lilith, and Sandra, and Odile. Friends, Becca, I'm pocket money, don't you? And now it's time for our prayer of Jamaica. Please stand. The prayer of Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our oneness under God are now established. And so it is. Please sit. And please, now it's time to our love offering blessing. If you take your love offering in your hands, in the envelopes, and just say the blessing that's found on the envelope. Together. Lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. Now, when we sing the next hymn, please take the time to come up and put your offerings in the boxes that are provided here. So our next hymn, Let's Be. Please stand. Please be seated. Now, it's always good to give thanks, don't it? And today we're giving thanks not only for being here today, but for all people who make this service possible. All the people who you don't see working behind the scenes to bring you this morning's service. It was good, don't it? Don't clap on the side. Hi. So, first of all, I would like to thank the musicians. Odell on piano, and all the voices, including yours. Well, it did sound good. The ushers. We have Faye, who is our usher this morning. And you, our congregation, for being here. Our tech team, which includes Vance this morning, and Lauren and Chevany. Our hospitality team, they have your hospitality ladies, but men can join too. Our hospitality team, who every Sunday prepares stuff for us to refresh after the service. They're doing a wonderful job. Now, look behind me. Aren't they wonderful, the floral arrangements? Guess who? Faye. Faye Kessler, of course. Beautiful Faye, beautiful Faye. Now, before I close, is there anyone here who is with us today for the first time? Any guess? Oh, wonderful. We welcome you to our hearts and to the temple. An usher is coming around to put a little sticker over your heart that says, "We behold the Christ in you." And that's a gift package for you. Thank you so much for being here. We'd love to have you. Come again. Now please remember also, you know we have a YouTube channel, don't it? We have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us to help you. That's it for our acknowledgments, I believe so. Let us now do a closing affirmative prayer. Right, Michele?
All right, beloveds, let's just take that journey within as a community, and let's take a deep cleansing breath and release and let go of everything that no longer serves you. Do that again, inhale, but this time release it with a sigh. Oh, doesn't that feel good? And what I know is that God is good. 24/7, 365. I know that to be the truth. And with that knowingness, I stand firm in my convictions and in my dreams and in my aspirations because I am co-creator with the One. Therefore, I live and move and have my being in pure spirit. And if it's true for me, it must be true for you too. My heart is full, my heart is grateful for the gifts, the tithes, the offerings that allow us to continue being a beacon of light here in Kingston. And I see in my mind's eye that we are shining ever more brightly, farther, farther, farther away. Are people able to see us, are drawn to us for this teaching, for the love that radiates here. And so as we leave here today, we are unstoppable. We no longer put our dreams on hold. We no longer are afraid to move outside of our comfort zones. We step into what is yet to be because we know that we are not alone. I'm so grateful and so thankful for the dreams that are no longer deferred, but that are realized, because we are all here to be individualized expressions of the One, and we all have our unique divine plan that only we can implement. And so I release my word now. I send it forth unto the law of mind, knowing that it's conspiring to this end. It's blessing each and every one of us, supporting us, supplying our every need so that we become the unstoppable, unbounded expressions of spirit we were meant to be. So I release my word now. This prayer is complete. Complete in the mind of God and is unfolding right here and right now. And we anchor this prayer together by affirming, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Aho.
Please stand as we do the peace song, and today we're singing love. Light, sorry, light. It's love.